Hey ladies, this is Laura Brandenburg, the creator of Mom Style Your Business, where I help busy mom entrepreneurs like you create passive income with digital products. So I'm popping in with a short video to talk about how to create a profitable email list. In my experience, there are two really fundamental aspects that you need to have in place. They're really simple in concept and theory, but in reality, we have a lot of resistance to them. So I'm going to share those with you. We also had a couple of questions come up related to this topic inside the Mom Style Your Business Facebook group, and so I'm going to address those as well. So Katie and Deirdre, thank you so much for your questions. So the two keys I wanted to open up with are, first, create a freebie that your potential buyer would be interested in. So this is not just anyone that you want on your email list. You really want to attract mostly potential buyers, people that might be interested in investing with you. And so the more you can engineer your freebie or the free offer, what you put behind your opt-in, to being something that your buyer would be really compelled to download, the better chances of success you have in actually converting them to a sale later. And so think about the problem space that somebody who really needs your product or wants your product is in. Where are they at 3 steps before, and create your freebie around that. So that's your first step to creating a profitable email list. It's not always about putting more out there. It's not always about, just putting something that gets a lot of good downloads out there. There can be things that get a lot of downloads, but that you don't see a lot of return from those downloads and those email subscribers. So you're going to think in the mindset of the buyer and what they need before they get to your product. That's the first thing. The second thing, and this is going to feel a little funny, but the second thing is to make an offer early on. And part of the reason we do this is because the profitability comes from people taking us up on that offer, right? So when somebody buys that offer, then you make money, and then that profitability comes from that. So that's part of the reason we do it. The other reason that we do that, though, is it sends a signal to people right away that the reason you have this email list is because you are running a business, that you have things to sell, you have offers to make. They're probably going to receive more offers later. Even if they don't buy what you're offering to them right away, it gets them thinking about, well, maybe I'm going to buy that later, or maybe I should check out what else is in the catalog, or maybe I should contact her to learn more about what she has. So that's the reason we make an offer really early on. Some people like to wait a few days. I actually like to make the offer like the first moment, right with the freebie. So I have a PS in my my confirmation email that goes out to the main list, or to my main business, that says, PS, like, here's a $25 discount as a thank you for being a new subscriber. It's good off anything in our catalog. And here's some links. Check out our courses, check out our templates, check out the books, right? So it's right up front. Hey, we're a training provider. This is what we do. And hey, you get a nice little discount for joining early. So those are the two keys, I think, to creating a profitable email list. Before I had that in place, I had I offered a lot of free things that people wanted, but they weren't buyers. They were just kind of people who were interested in business analysis. And I didn't make offers. I was scared shitless, honestly, to make offers. And so I didn't do it early because I just wanted people on my email list. And I was so scared if I, made an offer that I was going to turn them away. And so I didn't make those offers early. I kind of waited till later. And you know what? When you start to make them later, now it looks like you took something away that you were giving for free. And you kind of did a 180 on them. And, oh, wait, I thought this was like a free blog and I was getting all this great content. And now she's trying to sell me something. It feels less genuine if you switch later than if you just start up front and position yourself as a profitable business, just like you are, and hopefully building. So with that context, I wanted to move into our questions. So Deirdre asked, and I just had written these down to make sure I didn't overlook any piece of it. So Deirdre is recording audio mini courses. This sounds really awesome for health and wellness, for your personal health and wellness. And so she wants to know how to present those courses to email subscribers, and also kind of how to transition from offering those courses for free to offering them for paid. So I think the way you present them is you're going to have some sort of package that really is your freebie, right? So what do people get as soon as they subscribe to your email list? Is it a package of 4 or 1? It sounds like you want to release them maybe once a week and they get a new one. But what does that new person, so you want to think about what's that new person who just joined your email list, what do you want to give to them? It could be 1, it could be a collection, whatever feels good to you. And then really in your email tool, you just create a custom link inside your email confirmation. There's usually a confirmation email that goes out automatically. And you want to customize that and say, click here to download your free audios, right? And so then you're bringing them back to your website, which is always good because people on your website might also click to your store. They might also look at your other blog content and get to know you a little bit better. So whenever we can bring people back to our website, we want to do that. And you'll also be able to get to some tracking from that if you want, to look at how many people are actually clicking through to download. So that's technically how I would do that. And then you have a page on your website that's going to have those audios either that they can download, or if you want to download a player, there's a lot of WordPress plugins that can do a player. So I think that was your question, kind of how to make that happen. So think about that new buyer. Then the second piece, new subscriber, right? But they're going to be a buyer. Like, think positive, think into the future. So then how about when they are, what's next? So you mentioned wanting to give them 1 a week. Is it 1 new one that you'll be recording and emailing to your entire list every week? In which case you can just send that as a campaign email. Or do you want a series so that even if you're not around, maybe you're going on vacation or on maternity leave or whatever, you might have a series of 4 or 5 that they get for free as part of their email subscription, and those go out once a week or something like that. And then you could have those emails set up as an autoresponder. And again, it would be the same thing, that you would link them to a page that has that audio or that video, whatever it is, that then they can view and download from there. You could just create a library, and so all new subscribers get access to all 4 of those right away. Or you could create an autoresponder. Or if you're showing up and doing new content, you can create a campaign and send that out to your entire list. And then you could always go back and use your campaign to add to your autoresponder. So that's one of the things we're going to be talking about in this upcoming program I'm running called Converting Freebies to Digital Products, is how to take some of your best content, work that into your nurture sequence so that it gets leveraged again and again and again. I've just recently put in place probably over 50. I almost wanted to say 100. I'm not sure if it's quite 100, but a lot of emails that go out to our new subscribers, go out to our past purchasers. People who buy our products get sequences of emails on all kinds of things. And I was leveraging all the content that I created in the past. I don't know how we would not be anywhere near where we are today if I was writing all that content from scratch. Okay, so that's an important thing to think about too, is as you're creating new campaigns, you can take your best stuff and put it into your autoresponder, and then that sequence continues to expand. Okay, so Katie asked about developing topics for emails. So that's a nice transition. One, of course, if it's an autoresponder, looking at things you sent in the past and what was really well received. But you asked that specifically if you're thinking about what topics to write about in blog post or an email when your end goal is digital product sales. So you want to think about, for each post, where does that post potentially drop somebody into your overall system? So is this a post that is going to get search traffic eventually? Then you want to do some keyword research and figure out what search terms your buyers, again, potential buyers, are searching for. And you want to create some content around that. So I have a lot of content around how to use or how to do specific techniques in business analysis, because those are search terms that come up a lot. And then my blog post is it's a 500 to 1,000 word overview of how to do that technique, not nearly as in depth as the course, right? Or the template, or then I'll say We offer a template for doing this as part of one of our template packs, or I teach you how to do this in more detail in this course, right? So there's a link between that content and the course. Content is still super valuable. People who are really good self-starters and just looking for a quick answer can take it and run with it. But others who want to dive deeper would have an avenue to do that. So I'm kind of setting up the sale by bringing in that search traffic. And I see a lot of people like click on the post and then click over to the sales page for whatever products I'm mentioning. Another way to think about that is, so that's really for search traffic, but you might be bringing somebody into your email list. So what would on social media, if you're going to share an article or share an email, and there's also nothing wrong with writing an email and putting it up as a blog post so that you can send it to your email list and share it in social media. You'll see me do that a lot in Mom Style as well, because I want to be able to leverage both of those mediums, but also just write you a really good email that you don't have to come back to the website for if you don't want to. So you can do that. But what would share well in social media? That would be a tie-in to your opt-in. So if you're offering, and Katie, you just shared it in the group today, so you're offering a free mindset reset for 2017. Maybe you have an email or a post that goes out. That would be a good enough post to share in your email. You could say, like, I'm offering a free mindset reset, book, click here to book, and that could be the email. But if you wanted to do something a little less direct, you could say three reasons that, your 2017 isn't off to a great start, or 3 ways to kickstart your 2017, or 3 mindset tricks. You could also talk more about your offer. So you could talk about, what is Reiki, or what is a visualization technique, and kind of give people snapshots of pieces of what that looks like, which can give a lot of that sense of calmness and expectation around what that looks like, and a lot of security and investing in that. And same thing. So whatever your digital product is, you can talk about the problems, the opportunities, the ways that you can help people, the ways that you could, ways that you have helped people. So sharing case studies is great information that tends to lead to sales. And that's something I'm working on right now, both for Mom Style. I've been a little resistant for it, but also in my first business is collecting some new case studies that I can use in webinars, share in emails, share in blog post content, that talk about how people use our courses to move forward in their career, and more even just in the courses, use the techniques generally. So I can share that story, help other people, inspire other people, but then it has a natural tie-in to some of the products and services that I offer. So that's, I think, those are the 2 questions we had. Feel free to post below if you have any questions. I had intended to do this live, and our internet connection here in the foothills is just a little iffy and it just didn't work out today. So if you have other questions, feel free to post them below. I'd love to connect with you about creating a profitable email list and really making this concept work for your online business, because it's really, to me, the email list and getting all the pieces right is what's taken my business from just a few organic sales from the website and from launches that I've done to really a very steady stream of predictable income. So because as my email list grows, then my offers grow and the sales grow, and I don't have to do any more work to make that happen because it's all set up. All the things that we talked about are mostly things that you can automate and have your email marketing system do for you. So you sell and write and do all that work once, and your system runs in the background where you could be off doing something else creative and fun, and new business, or expanding this business, or on vacation, or being with your kids, whatever that is for you. So that's the goal behind sharing this content with you. It's also the goal behind the program that I'm working on. It's going to start on January 31st. And if you want us to know about that, again, just comment below or tag us, tag me in it. Or you can also sign up for our email newsletter. So I should be promoting that. That's our 101 stuff at Mom Style. And that's at laurabrandenburg.com/free-download. You're welcome to download that as well. And then you'll get on the notification list for when we open registration for that course that starts right at the end of the month. So we have a lot of great work to do in February together to make this happen in your business. But post your questions below, connect with me in the group. Thanks for listening, and I'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.